Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Jon Heymann, and this show is Making a Difference. I am here today with Mike Heavener from Trinity Baptist College, and I have to tell you that the first time I was up at that college, I was blown away, not just by the size of it, about 160 acres of land, but also by the number of students they have there, their brand new academic building with brand new state-of-the-art equipment and classrooms. I've taught a class there. It is an amazing place to be. So I want to get into it with Mike, and let's learn more about Trinity Baptist College. Mike, good to have you with us today.
Thanks so much for having me, John. Really appreciate the opportunity to share a little bit about TBC.
Good. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what you do, like your job title and what you do every day.
Yeah, sure. So my professional background really spans, it was either military or it was working in higher education at this college. So there was a time when I oversaw the admissions and recruiting department. At this point, I'm actually the Director of Development and College Advancement for the college. So my job is to go out and raise friends and do what we can to positively impact TBC.
Very cool. By the way, thank you for your service. I know you were in the military over in Germany. For the time span between the first gig with the college and then you came back and worked, and now you're working again with the college. So thank you for your service to our country. Met your wife, I understand, over there. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was actually the first time I was in Germany, and that was when I was active duty and was an officer in the Army. So
very cool. Well, congratulations. You have a couple kids, if I'm not mistaken.
We do.
Yeah, very cool.
Absolutely.
How old are they?
14-year-old daughter, 10-year-old boy.
Wow, those are the challenging years. Stay close to them. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
So very, very cool. Well, tell me a little bit about the challenges of the college. It has grown. In fact, from what I understand, during COVID, it grew during the COVID years.
It's a great story. So the college got started way back in 1974 as a ministry college. We taught really two things. We taught people that were getting into ministry, and we taught people who were going into education. And in around 2010 timeframe, we really decided, hey, we needed to make a pivot. The city of Jacksonville needs a Christian college. It didn't make sense to us that a student would travel up to Liberty or travel to a Southeastern, then come back to Jacksonville and say, I really want that Christian college on-campus experience, but I can't have it here. So in 2010, we started to really branch out, add more Christian liberal arts degrees like business administration, criminal justice, pre-law, humanities. And God is blessed. Things have grown. And so even in COVID, I'll never forget what one of our board members told me. He said, what looked like a setback ended up being a setup. And so it was the craziest thing. We recognized as a Christian faith-based college, we boldly recognized that was God blessing us. And but we did. We grew during the COVID years, and then even this past year, we had about a 15% growth in our student body fall to fall. So we're very excited about what's going on and very grateful for it.
That's very cool. I know you have dormitories there, so the students get the college life like they would anywhere else. Also, I'm pretty enamored and excited about your criminal justice program. There, because I have a background working in the prison system years ago. But the sheriff's department uses it to train some of their officers, I understand.
Well, we've got graduates that have gone on to JSO, and we use JSO police officers to teach at the college. So the thing that makes us different as a college in Jacksonville is we, again, unapologetically teach from that biblical Christian worldview. The gentleman that created our criminal justice program was on the team that created Liberty University's online criminal justice program, which probably some of our JSO police officers actually have their degree from that program. And so he created our program, and what we've been able to do is actually leverage a lot of the police force that has the credentials to teach at the college level. They will come and teach on our campus, and then they will teach it from that Christian worldview. And incorporate that into the program. The students will also go on and do an internship with JSO that summer between their junior and senior year so that they can be as ready as they can be to join the police force and make a positive impact in our city.
Well, there's a number of colleges, if it's right to call them that don't have accreditation, they don't have qualified people teaching there. I was absolutely amazed at where some of your folks got their doctorates from, the big universities, the well-known, huge universities, and you have attracted them to Jacksonville to teach on the west side. That's really exciting.
It is, and I tell people all the time that the story of Trinity Baptist College is really a story about people that we believe God's brought to the college, whether it's the students or the professors. But I've had somebody ask me before, how are you getting these professors? Because as you mentioned, their credentials are really through the roof. We've got people with earned doctorates from the University of Florida, from the Ohio State University. On the biblical studies side of the house, we've got people with the doctorates from really the top seminaries in the country. And we've got Florida State graduates, UNF graduates. They teach at our college. And really, again, I think it's that differentiator where they can come and they can teach, but from that biblical worldview. And we've had professors that taught at the college that were also adjunct professors for the Leadership Institute in the University of Florida's College of Engineering. So extremely high quality. And then the other thing that happens, John, is our student body and the campus itself. It is a smaller campus, and we like it that way. We embrace it, because what happens is those students, they get mentored. They get known by name, and they get to know their professors know them. And then when they go and do those internships, they've got somebody who's walking with them as they do it.
Yeah, I remember when I was teaching the couple classes I was teaching, I would go into the coffee shop and just sit there with a cup of coffee, and students would come walking by and sit down and talk to you. It was really cool for me. I hope it was cool for them as well. But it is that small college atmosphere that probably attracts a lot of people. Then the quality of the professors, the programming, which has gotten very, very broad. From its origins. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's exciting times. And if you spend any minute with those students, which I know you spent several minutes with those students, I tell you, it really energizes you to see what they're after, and just to think about the impact that they're going to have when they leave our halls at Trinity Baptist College.
So last but not least, tell people how they can visit the college. You have visit days, don't you, on Fridays?
Yeah. So we have, first of all, we'll do a campus visit on demand anytime somebody wants to. What we recommend to people is come on a Friday, because if you come on a Friday and do a campus tour, you can check out a college chapel service, and that's a great time just to see the whole student body congregated in our chapel or our convocation, whatever you want to call it. Just a really great time to kind of see that student body in action. But we'll do.
Yeah, and you got a rock and roll band playing during that time too.
And those are students, and they do a great job. We love them, and they're knocking it out of the park every time. And so we would typically, if it was me and I had to visit, I'd want to visit on a Friday. But we'll open the doors to our campus anytime for anybody who wants to see it.
Very cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to visit Trinity Baptist College. Ask for Mike Hevener. The web address will be at the bottom of the page, and you can see this video as well as many others on dailynewsnetwork.com. You all have a wonderful day.